Do you have any final words you want to say to any of the students that are watching? Words of wisdom, advice?
Just go for it. Go for it. This is your chance. You're making your future right now. You know, don't not do it because you'd rather stay home and play, nothing against video games, James, but stay home and do something else. Go for it. As much as you can, put in extra time. Live here. Those are the people that end up getting the jobs.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Rubin, so much. It was such an honor having you with us today.
Your staff and crew is very professional. I want to compliment you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great
Thank
job,
you.
everybody. Thank you so much. So we're here with Mr. James Richardson, the Assistant Professor of New Media Studies. Did I get it right?
New Media Technology,
okay,
but
New
that's
Media
fine.
Technology, I was close. So welcome.
Thank you.
We're so honored to have you with us. We were speaking with Professor Rubin earlier, talking about WebTV. This is obviously a new project, something we're excited about. So we wanted to kind of ask you some other stuff just so we can get a really broad idea of what's going on so everybody understands exactly what WebTV is going to be in LaGuardia.
Certainly.
Okay, so one of the major questions that the students wanted to know was in regards to the budget. I know from being a media student myself, we do have a lot of new equipment that we got as far as the video classes and everything like that goes, so I know that's exciting. Have they been supportive, and what is the influence on getting this kind of on its feet?
I'll tell you that I've been here at LaGuardia approximately 8 years, and this is probably one of the best years that we've actually gotten funding.
Wow!
So we were very lucky that almost everything that we asked for, we got. In terms of new hardware, new software, cameras. I spoke directly with Vice President Katopis and with President Mello. Both of them are very committed to the media studies and new media programs, which to a large extent are going to help push the WebTV initiative forward. So, the college seems to be very much behind it.
Oh, that's great. That's really, really great. And in regards to students submitting materials, what is pretty much the format of that? Would they send it to you directly, or is there kind of like a board that's going to approve all of that? How is that going to work?
We're still in the process of putting all the logistics behind it. Right now, we've been focusing mostly on making sure that we had all the software, hardware, and the infrastructure to basically stream the video. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working very closely with student activities. Professor Rubin and myself will probably have a committee that will sit down and logistically figure out the best way for submitting materials to the WebTV programs. What we're looking to do is to get students this semester and the next couple of semesters basically developing the content, developing the shows, developing the material that we are going to be putting on the web. But we're still working out the actual format and some of the logistics. Hopefully we'll have that, hopefully that we'll have this hammered down, hopefully this semester.
Right, so if there are students, whether inside that media umbrella or not, that want to submit material, as far as time restraints and all of those other details, that's just going to kind of come about within the next few months, you'd say, more or less?
More or less. It'll probably be much quicker than that.
Right.
Interim right now, we're putting together a YouTube channel to stream most of the best videos that come out of the Thompson Avenue Film Fest that we have here at the Media Studies program, as well as a lot of the videos that come out of just the natural coursework that we do here with New Media and New Media Technology. So we're going to be promoting our programs and WebTV initially through that until we have all the other stuff in place in terms of the format and how we're going to basically be streaming WebTV. Okay.
So do you have a set launch date that you're having like this big explosion, or is it pretty much just fall of next year is going to be?
We're going to basically have a launch date, but we haven't set that date yet. We're still working with the committee, with student activities, and with Professor Rubin to figure out exactly when's the best time to launch it, actually housing the actual equipment and making sure that we're ready to go.
And have you gotten any resistance from anybody in the school or staff?
None whatsoever. You know, we're very lucky from that standpoint. We really got almost everything that we wanted. The major issue that we had, the one thing that we had most concerns about was spacing. An actual physical studio to actually shoot some of the video. And we're lucky enough to be here at the Black Box Theater, so we do have a nice large space where we have cameras and a control room where we can actually put together very well developed and polished programs. And not many schools actually have this type of physical space, let alone the equipment and hardware that we have.
Right. And how important do you think WebTV is to contributing to students who want to further their career in this field? Is it something that you feel is necessary or that's been overdue maybe for a long time?
Oh, it's definitely something that's been overdue. And considering that media is pretty much converging just about on every aspect of our lives, students who are serious about promoting their own livelihood through this media need a facility like this, need an avenue like this to basically be able to practice their craft, to practice everything from developing of the content to screenwriting to physically manning the cameras and the lighting. It's critical if you're going to be successful in this field.
Right. And what type of programs do you want this to? Is that something that's still in the creative process? Is it only going to be like LaGuardia-based material, or are you kind of expanding outside of that?
My actual hope is that it's much broader. I would like to see a wide variety of programs, everything from like music to comedy to everything within good taste, of course. But
Right.
I would like to see a wide variety of content. Because if you just basically kind of like market it just towards one little small niche, sometimes it works, but I think we have such diversity here at the school that
Absolutely.
it would be interesting to see where that creativity and where that diversity actually can expand to.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what would your advice or opinion be to people who are maybe, because sometimes people aren't too excited about school-related programs and they think it's just automatically in their head, they say, okay, well, this is going to be really cheesy or boring. What, if they were watching right now, what would you want them to know that would kind of draw them in and let them see that it's going to be something different?
The most important thing is that the content is going to be developed by fellow students. Whatever the students really want to see, as long as this was within, acceptable taste, it's going to be fine. And this is going to be student-generated content. Students are going to have a voice in every aspect of the content that's put out on the web. And that's one of the major reasons why we teamed up specifically with student activities to make sure that the students' voices were represented. Myself as a professor, I might have different tastes towards what I might want to see. However, this is going to be a student-run production. So, we're going to advise, but bottom line, it's going to be whatever they want to make it.
And I think that's so important, you know what I mean? Because especially in a school like this, when you just have so many different cultures and nationalities, you have so many different types of people who do have a voice, who do want to express themselves, and they feel limited to that. And I think that, media, especially through video, is just so important that this is an outlet that they've been in need of for a long time. So, I really hope that they take advantage of this, as much as you're saying, and that they really just attach themselves to this vision, because it's something that can have, I believe, more of an effect than, let's say, any other field, because video is something that you can capture in that moment and touch them.
But this is also one of the reasons why we really wanted to do this, because
Right.
we saw the success of the web radio programs here at LaGuardia and how the students gravitated towards creating their own audio programs. Video's the next step up.
That's right.
And now not only do you have the actual audio, you have the visual images directly there in front of you. We're doing a lot of great things here, and I expect we're going to do a lot more in terms of, the amount of stuff that we have to play with is phenomenal. So it's really going to be on the students to push this level forward.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, we're very excited, and Mr. Richardson, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank
It's
you
an
very
honor
much.
having you with us, and we're really excited about this launch for WebTV. I think it's going to be a great thing.
Thank you.